Hello, my beautiful Capricorn. This is V with Pharaohs Tarot, and I'm here with your weekly elemental earth gang reading. Thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. The cards are pulled before I get started. We will never reach out to you for personal readings or donations. If you would like to book a personal reading or give a donation, all the information is in the description box below. Keep in mind, this is our very last weekend for our summer sale. 30% off all the tarot readings on the site. Make the most of these last 2 days. Visit the link in the description box, www.PharaohsTarot.com, and use the promo code SUMMER30, SUMMER30, all together for that 30% off. All right. I do apologize for the readings coming out a couple days later than they usually do. So I got your back right now, though. So let's tap in, Capricorn. You have the Two of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, and the Five of Wands. So you may be, sorry y'all, that's my girl's automatic feeder. So there is some sort of the next step that you need to take, some sort of investment that you need to make, practically, tangibly, 3D investment, some sort of action. It's like you having courage because you're feeling the fear and doing it anyway. There's some sort of internal conflict that's happening. You feel like, I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. Is this new start I'm supposed to be doing? Is it, if it's a new person or a job or whatever it is, this page, you are still moving forward, but you're still hesitant. So you may be going back and forth. Even though you've made the decision to move forward, you could still be wavering a little bit. So, just practice faith over fear. Try not to be so hard on yourself as well. This Four of Swords is a healing energy. So maybe pull back when you feel like you need to take that time to yourself. Don't be afraid to take a rest and then get back started, okay? It doesn't mean like take a long break, but if you have like a task that has a lot of different steps, factor in breaks to those steps in order to accomplish the goal. If you're moving towards a new person, take your time. There's no need to rush and move in right away or share your whole life story. Get those non-negotiables out on the table so you can move forward, and know that you won't be at least wasting time in that respect. But still take your time to get to know a person if it's a person or something. You have the King of Wands with the Ace of Wands. I'm hearing the divine is spearheading this project. So you're getting divine guidance on some sort of, if you're stepping into a new leadership role, maybe like a creative director, or you're taking a new creative direction, or the divine is bringing back your spark, like that as zest for life energy. And so now you're finding new creative ways to get around what you once perceived as a problem. Could be financial related, could be money related. But with this wand, this conflict right here, it could be as a result of maybe you did take some time and then you're back in the office and you notice that people really weren't operating as they should. They weren't really holding down the fort like you had hoped. Or maybe one day you look up and your relationship is not where it was because you've been so focused on work or something like that. But this King of Wands, you're going to start making stable decisions as it relates to investing in yourself and creative projects. Even sorry, it's a lot of noise going on with the neighbor jaw. As it relates to creative projects or something like that. But you have the King of Swords with the Seven of Cups, the Judgment, and the Ten of Swords. So yeah, you're making clear decisions, okay? With the Seven of Cups and the Judgment, it's like the Ten of Swords. There's going to be some, like, as a leader, you have to make those tough calls, all right? And you have to make decisions based on what is like you can practically see. Right, you're not being, if it's a business deal, you're not allowing your emotions to get in the way of it. If it's like romantic, you may have strong feelings for someone, but if what you're seeing, what they're saying is adding up with what they're doing, you're going to allow yourself to be practical and make a decision to, to discontinue that or something like that. You're gonna have to like get more grounded. One moment. Okay, I thank you. My apologies. And so yeah, you're just making executive decisions, and with this Judgment card, it's going to clear up a lot of potential betrayal. So you're going to really prevent something from happening by you just making a decision right now. You know, you just kind of, if it's love related, you're just going to make that decision to avoid getting into some sort of conflict again, something like that. But with this Justice card, yeah, it could lead to you having to take legal action or something. It's like, okay, say I'm not sure, like it could involve some sort of investment or some sort of contract, be it like a marriage contract or a business contract that, you know, you were kind of like holding yourself from taking legal actions, from bringing someone to court, but you're going to do it. Okay. For some of y'all, this is just like you balancing out the energy of making that decision. The Libra energy, you could have Libra in your chart, and so you could have been weighing out options, and the Divine's coming in and say, yep, your decision was a just one, and so now we're going to bring in the result of that. Okay. Whatever your communication did, it brought in balance to a situation that was really chaotic. Okay. Maybe you were trying to find a way to please make sure everyone was happy in a situation, but in reality, everyone is not going to be happy with whatever decision that you make. You have to be happy with your choice and then move forward from there. You have the Six of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, you have been making investments. Yeah, and something like, okay, it's just sort of like this redundant energy, like just assuring you that you are on your right path. You have been investing in something long term that you want to grow. Could be a marriage, could be a corporation startup, a LLC, or you know, you could have been going to school. You know, spending your, you know, working and going to school. You know, that's where your money could be going a lot to pay for tuition and books or something like that. And there's a new cycle that is coming in for you. I'm trying to see that's going to allow you to be yourself. So maybe right now you're working in a situation where you kind of have to, you know, code switch or play a part, but you're building a future to where you could just fully be yourself. This is a relationship. You're wanting to just express yourself more authentically, and so you're going to be honest about who you are now. Maybe, you know, in relationships, as time passes, we change individually. So this could be you reintroducing your new self to your partner or something like that. But with this Wheel of Fortune, you're breaking free from some sort of karmic cycle, okay, that's keeping you stuck. So maybe some sort of obligation. Maybe you're being too traditional in a sense, whereas you need to sort of be a little more free. Or maybe that's the image that you've been putting out, that you are this straight-laced person, when really you're artsy and quirky and creative. And that's the thing, and that's the spark that's going to really give you that leg up in business, or that's the spark that's really going to draw a potential partner to you, or reignite the flame in your current relationship for some of y'all. But you had the Five of Cups with the Eight of Cups, Page of Wands, the Four of Pentacles, the World, and the King of Pentacles. I keep seeing fives every time I look at the timer. So that's a number of change, and change can bring conflict just because of how life shifts and moves around, and people's expectations aren't lining up with who you are, but you're honoring yourself. So it's going to be a lot. So just ground yourself and just stay true to you. Continue to make decisions, and they're advising you to walk away from anything that is not of your highest benefit. Any decisions that you're making with fear at the root is not a decision to make. Walk away from anything or anyone that caters to the fear in you, caters to that insecure part, that makes decisions based on who you once were. You're no longer that person. Okay, you can't change people's mind about who you are because you did decide to change. Maybe, you know, you were a bit karmic in the past, or you could have done some toxic things, and people still have that idea of you. And, you know, that's just what it is, that you can't change it because you did what you did, you said what you said, however that goes. But at the same time, you can't be held hostage to your past. So accept what is and move on to the next chapter, okay, with love, grace, and understanding. But with this Page of Wands, Four of Pentacles, the World, yeah, it's time for you to travel light. It's going to maybe, there's this major change that's going to cause you to need to save up. This is kind of like getting a heads up, like, okay, there's a change coming, so I need to sort of increase the stores. it sort of reminded me of this image that I saw on social media. Like this bear was humongous, and they were like this. You know this bear is about to start hibernating in like very shortly because they like fatten themselves up, and so it's like this energy, not you physically doing that to your body, but it's you storing up for the winter. You know, here we are like coming in on the end of summer, at least in the northern hemisphere. We're coming in on the end of summer, still enjoying it, not trying to rush the process, but this is you having the foresight. So say if a business model, maybe you're in the slow season, maybe you're approaching your slow season. So you're like, okay, we had a great summer, but now we've got to approach this season. So let me start to make changes or something like that. It's something dealing with foresight, okay? And you have the King of Pentacles. Oh yeah, I guess I'm hearing like cuffing season or something like that. You know, that's the phrase that, you know, when it gets warm, people want to, you know, boo up. You want to be free for the summer. It's kind of like an immature energy. So just keep in mind it could be circling back because you do have the King of Pentacles. So you're about to be caked up. Some of y'all pockets and also body. Maybe y'all been, you know, working out, looking good, and you're going to attract some, you know, some fruit flies, so to speak. But you have the King of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, the Chariot, the Two of Cups, and the Pseudo Ten of Swords, which says everything is fine. So yeah, you could be single, satisfied with this Nine of Pentacles, but you may be wanting a love connection. Okay, you may still feel, you know, work is going well. You're moving into a space, or in a space now that work is good. You have more than what you need, but you do want some sort of companionship. Okay, you're not really, or you may, if it's not romantic, it could be platonic. Maybe you want that friend group. Okay, could be dealing with a Cancerian, or a Cancerian could be coming in. Okay, for as a romantic partner or something like that. And so this is a pardon me, something going on with my throat chakra. So there may be something you need to communicate, take an active role in initiating some sort of connection. Yeah, you have the Empress with the Two of Pentacles and the Hermit. Okay, so maybe you're telling yourself that you're fine and you're happy because, you know, you're doing well in business and life, but you really want some sort of partner because it's Five of Swords is coming out. So you're kind of gaslighting yourself a little bit, manipulating the story to put on a brave face. But it's okay to feel lonely. It's okay to want a romantic partner if you don't have one. It's okay to want a friend group. You know, be honest about it, and the universe will help bring you in. Could have Taurus in your chart, Virgo, Libra. But yeah, there's heavy Venus energy here. So maybe find out where your Venus placement is and kind of delve into that energy. I'm going to pull a Shaman Oracle card for y'all. While I do this, please like the video. I would really appreciate it. Definitely feel free to leave a comment. I love to hear from y'all. Yeah, that really makes my day when I see comments. High vibrational comments, positive comments for sure. And remember our summer sale, 30% off all tarot readers on our site in the last couple of days to make the most of that. And yeah, we're over on TikTok and Instagram at PharaohsTarot. So you have the Rainmaker on the bottom. So you're coming from a place of knowing that the divine provides. Maybe you were having a challenging time and the divine showed you over and over again, not only do you have what you need, but maybe there are certain people, unexpected sources that came in to help to show you that you were not alone. Maybe a Leo or something with the Sun card, but maybe it gave you the strength to carry on. Maybe it gave you the strength to see a brighter day. But you have the lower world with the luminous warrior and the journey. Yeah, all your lows, your downs are nothing to hide. Maybe you feel ashamed for the things that you've gone through. Maybe you feel ashamed for certain choices that you made, but they were meant to build up that inner strength. With this luminous warrior, you were able to change your internal circumstances with this lower world, and now it's no longer just pitch black dark. You know your way around your Achilles heel, your troubled spots, your subconscious. You lit lanterns, and not just anything. It's a beautiful, like almost iridescent look here. So definitely very spiritual. You're going to be communicating from your heart space a lot easier because you're going to be accepting those challenges that you've gone through, accepting those inner wounds, inner places that you tend to hide. Now you're going to come out. That's what I was going to say with this Hermit card. You don't want to allow yourself to stay in hermit mode too long. You don't want to. You go into hermit mode to reflect and to learn how to move forward at a more wise pace, but you don't stay there. You know, you get out and enjoy the world and enjoy life. And so you're learning that it's all a part of your journey was to gain wisdom here with this owl, okay, and to build your connection with spirit and to show you that you're always cared for and you're provided for. Yeah, to help give you a new direction here. Some of y'all could have Sag in your chart, but now it's the time to take that action with this Chariot energy to move forward, because the divine is creating the atmosphere for that energy at this time, okay? So hopefully this is very helpful for you, Capricorn. Let me know in the comments, like, share, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Namaste.